You said you wanted to share about the power of our mind.
Yeah.
What would you like to share?
Well, whatever we think is an energy that travels out to the universe, and because we know change is the tool, the permanent tool of God, of the universe.
Yes.
And we have a contribution to how something expresses itself, and our thoughts do express themselves.
Yes.
Even if it's only contributing towards a better world. It's like a lake of ideas. Imagine there's a big lake, and every human being, what they think goes into that lake. And when some people go fishing, they're catching good ideas and bad ideas. The more good ideas you give in there, the more loving ideas, the better, because it affects the whole total of humanity. And nature itself, animals and all that benefit from this.
Yes.
So our mind and our thoughts are a creative power. And when you're in the train, you sit and idle, you can use this time by visualizing certain concepts. Like, for instance, you could visualize that the atoms and molecules in your body are rebuilding in an orderly way around your eyes and all this and the face. But you can also send love into this common pool of consciousness that we have a peaceful outcome. And I heard from a previous very famous philosopher called Edgar Cayce, there is a better time coming after the turmoil that we're entering next year in America, a lot of natural disaster. But in about 6 years' time, 2032 or so, there's a big change of consciousness going on, and people are working with each other, helping each other, loving each other. And America will be that example of how society can change. Then others will follow. Yeah. That could be, we have a better future instead of war and destruction that we see now.
Yeah.
Because one thing is for sure, that the last 2 years have shown a definite increase in the temperatures. I wouldn't be surprised if this boom bombing on both continents, in Russia and in Iran, may have contributed to this rapid climate change towards a warmer world. And this is dangerous because we could end up in a famine in those places because there isn't enough wheat growing, not enough food growing. So this is the tests we are undergoing in the next 4 years or so.
Yeah.
And there may be people dying of starvation and all that, but after that one is over, the world will change. Yeah. And I think there is some hope, something better will come. Remember, this earth is only a testing ground for the spirit. There are many other planets and many other expressions where our soul can develop itself. This is just one. And some say this is the most difficult place to be. That this is like going to university, special university. Yeah. This earth is a testing ground for our soul.
Yes.
And there are other places after.
And you know, in Islam we say that there is in total 18,000 worlds.
Many.
And we that's why we call it Allah Rabbil Alamin. It means Allah is the Lord of the worlds, Lord of the universes. So we humans are just one of the world. Like, we are just one type of species that we know. There are many type of beings, entities that we cannot even name them.
Yeah, we do know from some flying saucer alien that have interacted with us.
And you know, those aliens, those UFOs, so-called UFOs, in fact, they are, in Islam, we call them jinns. Jinns. Do you know Aladdin's genie? Aladdin's genie, the lamp, the lamp genie. Yeah. Those UFOs, actually type of genies, we call them Semavi genie. Like it's those genies, they are living in the space. But there is also genies, they are living underground. Yeah. And so there is, they are actually type of entities, like genies, entities which are living in the space. So, and there are good types and there are bad types. Some of them are against humanity. Yeah. Some of them working with the humanity. They are helping the humanity. For example, in wars, some of them trying to prevent the wars to happen. And some of them triggering the wars to happen. Because they are working with some evil people. So there are actually some evil people also working with some of the bad genies to try to create some turmoil in the world. So right now, actually, more than anything that we see, there is a spiritual warfare in the world.
But when we now continue the way we are living, I heard from some sources, actually only 500 million people can continue to live on this planet without destroying it.
And Bill Gates right now, they are doing some
Insects, they're doing
yes,
modification.
exactly.
Yeah, and that
in total they are using 135 types of insects, and they are injecting some virus to spread some of the continents to make some experiment whether they are immune enough to live.
Yeah, so it is possible that we are destroying or reducing ourselves.
And
in number.
those insects that they injected viruses, not only going to impact the humans, it will also make imbalances in the ecology. It will impact. It will impact the whole ecology, the balance of the ecology.
So we are now in a testing ground. There was one person who claims to have been adopted by flying saucer people, and he said they showed him a movie, when he was adopted. For 3 weeks he was gone. And there was another planet like ours, 1,000 years more ahead than we are, using artificial intelligence and all that. And they had about 9 billion people living on there. The planet was a bit bigger than Earth. And they had automatic artificial intelligence that because they were still different nations, where they could automatically retaliate with nuclear weapons if somebody attacked. And it was actually an earthquake that triggered the artificial intelligence